Peace means taking into account the dignity of other people and the fact that there are other people who have certain rights.
Welcome. I congratulate all of you for coming here.
The school name is Eastern Mediterranean International School, and its mission is to use education as a force for peace and sustainability in the Middle East.
This is why I chose to build my center here with you, so we can pursue resolutions for peace, coexistence, and human rights.
Dear Mr. Leon Charney, dear Mr. Cisco, dear Mr. Oded, distinguished guests, and EMIS community. Welcome to the inauguration of the Leon Charney Resolution Center. I am Maria from Romania.
I'm Hamada from Palestine. We are honored and privileged to have you as our guest here at the Kfar Hairov and Eastern Mediterranean International School. This school is based on the vision of making education a force for peace and sustainability in the Middle East. A vision that drew all of us to make a complicated decision and come here to a conflict-ridden zone.
Some 38 years ago, many people envisioned the same goals of building bridges in the Middle East. One of them was Mr. Leon Charney. He did not do it for fame, nor for glory, but simply for the sake of a better future. And we, students of EMIS, feel connected to that purpose. And considering that we identify with the same goal, it is only natural for us to unite our forces in walking on this path. From Mr. Charney's experience, we acknowledge the level of commitment and perseverance we need in order to be as influential and as important in these processes as he was.
In the end, the same dream that is shared by so many continues to represent a higher aim and purpose, and be the motivation that guides us through life and makes us give meaning to decisions that otherwise would have been in vain. Tonight, we are here to celebrate this dream with a man who has helped us take one step closer to fulfilling it.
The first thing we noticed as second-year students were coming back from summer break was the impressive new building rising from the ground. However, the sheer size of it is not the most notable thing, but the metaphorical openness it offers for the new experiences we now have in EMIS. In this new building, we imagine libraries, stacks over stacks of books, information, and data, which will help us broaden our horizons and learn more about the world we come from and the world we seek to change.
This is why we are incredibly grateful that Mr. Leon Charney and his wife, Mrs. T.V. Charney, are helping us with making that vision a reality. We feel honored that you have thought of us as the people who can take these resources and put them to good use in designing the years to come. And in that aspect, we promise not to disappoint.
Our new library will contain the full set of Mr. Charney's complete collection of TV shows, movies, and interviews related to many topics of interest in our education.
With this occasion, we would like to offer Mr. Charney and the Charney family our deepest gratitude. Your help is immensely appreciated and a landmark in the history of the school and in our lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a video greeting by the 9th President of the State of Israel and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, Mr. Shimon Peres.
Dear friends, a new institution was created. I want to thank Leon Charney, who did many good things anyway, for helping to build this right thing anew. And I want to tell the teachers, keep up your spirit. You behave like messengers, it's very important. And tell the students, your example will serve many others. It will continue to pave the way for peace. Because learning and peace are the two greatest things in our life. Go on, full speed ahead, and God bless you.
We would now like to invite Ella to perform for us.
Now, I would like to call upon a man who carried a dream within his soul for 25 years.
We are all gathered here today thanks to his efforts and his vision. Please welcome the EMIS founder, Mr. Odie Rose.
Thank you, Hamada and Maria. I'm really honored to be here this evening. I want to thank you all distinguished guests. I want to thank Leon and Leon Charney for this wonderful opportunity. And all you distinguished guests, EMIS community, teachers and staff and students, and the Kfar HaYarok that is hosting us here tonight. So thank you very much for coming. We should have many more Israelis, Arab students come together, and especially here in this region, in the Middle East, where there's no peace yet. Fortunately, with the help of many, many people, many organizations, especially the Kfar HaYarok and Dr. Cisco, who is here somewhere, over there. We were able to realize this wonderful dream and create a magical place here at EMIS and Kfar HaYarok that brings. This year, we are the second year. We have 140 students from over 40 countries, including 20% Israeli students, 20% Arab and Muslim students from outside Israel, and 60% of the students come from 40 different countries. This is really a miracle that this can happen today, and this miracle is carried out by all these wonderful students and staff. So thank you, guys. And I met Leon and Tzili, I met about just over a year ago, and got to know those wonderful people, very warm heart, very generous, and committed to the cause of peace. And I think it was an immediate meeting of the minds and meeting of the hearts. And I really want to thank you, for your gracious and tremendous contribution to EMIS. And to the Leon Charney Resolution Center will help us carry the vision and the dream of educating for peace and sustainability in the Middle East. So thank you very much. I want to call Rob Manuel, the president of Indianapolis University, to say a few words.
As introduced, my name is Rob Manuel, and I'm the president at the University of Indianapolis in Indiana in the United States. We have a history with Leon Charney going back to 1984, in a moment when he traveled to the university to offer a speech at graduation, where he was offered an honorary degree for his work to establish peace, specifically in the Camp David Accords in between Israel and Egypt. It has been a great honor to be reintroduced to you. I've only been the president for 3 years, and over a bowl of pasta in New York City, I heard about this school, this program, and their love for bringing people together and creating peace, and was instantly sold that the university that we have in the United States and the students that we have studying international politics and international relations could be served by understanding what's going on here, and was very honored to be invited to offer some remarks. The remarks I'm going to give you are actually not my own. They come from Leon's speech to the university more than 30 years ago. And as Celie and Leon and I read back through that speech, we realized that the words that Leon spoke 30 years ago are as poignant and important and appropriate today as they were back then. And so I want to share with you a couple of those. I will say that the gift Leon gives us is both tangible and soft at the same time. So on the one hand, he gives us, through this center, the place to learn needed skills and talents to be able to engage the questions that animate our collective work. And on the other hand, the center offers us hope. Hope to connect us, hope to fuel our work together, and hope that we all could be engines for the desired change around the world. Leon's own reflections from the graduation speech in 1984 show the magnitude of this gift to humanity. At our university's graduation, he said, "What I want to do is talk to you graduates, and I want to tell you a little bit of how it feels to rise to become part of the peace process. Perhaps the word rise is a wrong word. Perhaps the word is to be fortunate enough to be put in the position to serve in such a great undertaking as the peace process. The incredible feeling of becoming part of a process that stops killing, becoming part of that process which brings people together." As Leon addressed our university community, he also spoke about the need to understand your roots and understand your purpose in the larger society that we all occupy. Leon began his speech by telling our group that he's from Bayonne, New Jersey, and started his work history as a shoe shine boy. He told us that neither of his parents went to college, and he told the group that his roots were the most important part of his life successes. He told a story to the graduates that day, and he told this story. There's a Jewish or Hebrew statement that comes from our Torah which says, "If I am not for myself, what am I?" And then it says, "And when I am for myself, what am I?" This statement means that no matter how far you rise, no matter how far you think you are in your life, you must remember your roots, remember your faith, and remember to use your talents and gifts to benefit others. Leon also shared with my university what I think is the true secret to success in life. He said, "I remember when I saw the peace treaty being signed. I remember seeing Menachem Begin and Anwar el-Sadat standing with President Carter signing the document, and then Prime Minister Begin said, 'And ye shall beat your swords into plowshares.' And I sat there and cried." You will get the same feeling, students, if you remember that what you do touches other human beings. It reaches people, it gives people a sense of importance, and that is the essence of life. Not the glamour, not the glitz, not the newspapers, not the book, but making meaning for people is what life is all about. Those were Leon's words 30 years ago, and they're prescient today as well. To drive home the point that we are mere actors in the process, Leon also said that day, "Who runs the world? Nobody runs the world. The world is run by spirit and by your heart." Humility, grace, a sense of community, and care for the individuals ties you to your roots. These were the traits that call themselves forward when I read about Leon's accomplishment in his life. I think through the creation of this center that he hopes you will all come to understand these traits and use them in your own lives, to better your own communities, and to make our joint community whole again. Leon closed his speech that day in Indiana by offering a prayer for those gathered. And as is the case with all of Leon's thoughts, hopes, and prayers, they're timely for our conversation today. He said, "My prayer to you is that each of you seeks fulfillment within yourself. And I believe, in my personal example, that that will be accomplished only if you have strong faith in your roots from which you came. And don't be embarrassed about anything of your past. Don't be embarrassed if your parents were not college graduates, or they were not kings or queens or ministers. We are all people. We are all simply people. Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer. Leon Charney was a shoeshine boy. You all have tools to guide you in your path through life. You have talent and hope. Use them well." I would add only one thought to Leon's prayer, and that is, in addition to talent and hope, and because Leon and Celi's generosity of heart and their willingness to share approaches of life with you, you now have an added tool, and that's opportunity. I hope you realize how fortunate you are to be part of Leon's example and model, and how much potential exists for your life to impact others. I wish you all the best of luck as you work inside of this amazing center to create lasting impact in the world, and I look forward to feeling the ripple of that work in Indiana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Robert Manuel, for your words.
And now, we would like to introduce the EMIS Glee Club performing a song.
You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you are the until you can paint with all the colors of the
Thank you very much, Glee Club. Right now, we would like to read a text written by Avishai Miron, a friend of the Charney family.
The opening of the Charney Resolution Center will take place on the 3rd of September, and the timing is both symbolic and of special meaning.
The Jewish year is at an end, and we are now situated between Yom Kippur 5775 and Yom Kippur 5776. In a very rare occurrence, both these dates fall simultaneously on the dates of the Islamic festival of the sacrifice, Eid al-Adha. This parallel usually occurs once in 33 years. The parallel occurring in 2 consequent years is far rarer. Both deal with atonement and forgiveness.
Yom Kippur is the holiest day in the Jewish religion. It is a day of atonement and self-examination. It is a day of reconciliation between man and God, and overall between mankind. Eid al-Adha is one of the 2 holiest days in the Muslim religion. It also involves self-examination and purification of the soul. It commemorates Abraham's intended sacrifice of his son.
The motive is mutual to both religions. In the Jewish faith, Itzhak is the sacrifice. In the Muslim faith, it is the sacrifice of Ismail. Both were sons of Abraham, who became forefathers of nations. This is a tale of a man's devotion and willingness to sacrifice that which is dearest to him, his beloved son, in order to be able to prove his staunch belief in the Almighty. At the climax of the drama, as Abraham is about to fulfill his command, there is a new, clear command. Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. The Almighty has signaled a new era. No longer is human sacrifice acceptable. The Almighty does not desire human sacrifice. True faith is what is truly needed. Lay not thy hand upon the lad might hold an additional command, meant for all mankind. Let us not sacrifice that which we most cherish, our sons, not for religious beliefs, nor for any other beliefs we hold sacred or justified.
There are other methods in which to resolve dispute and confrontations. Dispute and war demand our sons' lives. Resolution and peace sanctify their lives. This is why we're here, and we hope you join us in this attempt to reconcile the 2 brothers and their nations in an effort towards resolution and peace at the Charney Resolution Center. Avishai Miron, Dorit Lang.
We would like to invite on the stage Mr. Shaul Meislish.
שלום רב. לפני שאני אדבר באנגלית, אני פשוט לא יכול לא להתרגש ממה שראינו פה על הבמה. את הקבוצה המופלאה הזאת שבאה מכל העמים, לאומים, צבעים ואנשים שונים, וכולם ביחד בצורה בלתי רגילה עושים פה מעשה חלוצי שאני לא מכיר כמוהו. וזה מזכיר לי סיפור חסידי, האדם שבא באמת אל הרב ולחתונות, והוא רואה כל הזמן, הרב הזה שעושה את החופות, שהחתן לפני שהוא נותן מכה בכוס הוא מרים קודם את המכנס ורק אחר כך נותן את המכה. הוא רואה את זה אצל כל החתנים, והוא שאל פעם חתן אחד, מה גרם לך לעשות את זה? מאיפה בא הרפלקס הזה? אז החתן אמר לו, אני כשהייתי ילד קטן, אמא שלי אמרה לי, לפני שאתה נכנס לבוץ, תרים את המכנס. אני חושב שבמעשה הזה כאן, של ליאון ושל צילי, אולי נצליח להוציא מהבוץ את תהליך השלום. The Charney Resolution Center, which is opening in the Kfar HaYarok, is an expression of the ultimate act ending warring to build a road towards peace in the region through compromise and resolution. The Midrash says there is no blessing greater than peace. אין כלי מחזיק ברכה יותר מהשלום. Leon's personality, nurtured by a small family which reached a large continent, led him step by step to success, turning to a small step into unique white gird felt globally. His proximity to the apex of the Israeli and American politics assisted him in building a bridge of peace, climaxed by the Camp David peace talks, which resulted in the peace agreement between Israel and Egypt, ultimately opened the way for the peace agreement between Israel and Jordan. In his wisdom, his humanity, his legal acumen, and capacity to promote dialogue and partnership, he helped bridge between two sides which appeared to be unbridgeable. In his ability to deal with details and to create chemistry between people, he helped promote the most important agreement the state of Israel is blessed with. Leon is a private individual, Adam Prati, carrying the vision of an entire nation. My private experience with him is to write 2 books turned into a national experience, was co-writing 2 books. The first one is about the origins of the Kaddish and the process by which this special prayer spread throughout the Jewish world. From this cosmopolitan view, he moved on to the second book, dealing with the struggle between Jerusalem and Babylon over the creation of the Jerusalem and Babylon Talmud, and the analogy between modern Babylon today called New York. Leon and his wife Celie are, for me, example of visionary people, capable of distinguish between the needs of the individual and the society, which is rare capacity to bring a pragmatic solution in these problems. This center is apex of the modern Jewish Odessa, bridging between opposite sides, softening sharp corners and stone thrown throughout the landscape, bringing an ultimate educational meeting of minds. Nothing is more suitable than the words of Albert Einstein. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. And this integrated from the opposite pole, which is the word of the Rabbi Nachman of Breslav, the greater Hasidic philosopher, which speaks to the Charney family wise reaching grace when he said, throughout greatness of knowledge will be peace abounded. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Meislesh.
Now we would like to invite Ms. Maisa Dao to perform for us.
Assalamu alaikum.
I'm Maisa. I just want to ask one question. How many of you speaks or understands Arabic? Ahla wa sahla. I'm going to start with a song called Majnoon. Majnoon in Arabic is crazy. And we do live in a crazy world, for both good and bad crazy. So I would like to say that this song is as crazy as this world, but I don't think I can really compare both of them together. But I hope you like it. So this is Majnoon. Thank you.
الوقت وعم بضحك عالكل والموت اختراع الزمن عشان يسلي حاله برحلاته وانا بمسابقة ملاحقة بلحق الوقت وين ما يروح غزيني بكلماتك غزيني بكذباتك بس خليني احس منيح وبتاني المي بتقوم من تحت الارض وبتحرق الهوا الحياة ما بتحمل ولا الهوا ولا السما كل شي بزبط سوا كل شي بكون منيح كل شي نعامة كل شي بيعجبني فيك اجا الوقت نحرر الملك الصغير حرر الأسير حرر الأسير الملك قال حرر الملك الصغير بالقلب خلي محل القلب خليه يحب زي كيف بعمره ما حب حط الحطب بالوقادي عالداوي قاعدي شحادي حط ذهبات عجنب بالزاوية في ولد يلم منه قلب الحطب اللي انكب ونام عوجه طب والدنيا ظهرها بنحني عشان تقيم الحد أحسن ليعبي السد ويغرق البلد إجا الوقت نحرر الملك الصغير حرروا الأسير ملك قال حرر الملك الصغير إجا الوقت نحرر الملك الصغير حرروا الأسير حرروا الأسير الملك قال حرر الملك الصغير يوم ورا يوم ورقة فوق ورقة من السن تعمل حلقة ومن الرقبة مرقة وبالينبوع في دموع الملاك اللي أكل التفاح أحسن ليموت من الجوع لقمة العبودية ألف تحية كل شي 100% بس ما تخاف انت مجنون زي اجا الوقت نحرر الملك الصغير حرروا الأسير حرروا الأسير الملك قال حرر الملك الصغير
شكرا. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maisa.
We are honored to invite Mr. Nathan Stock from the Carter Center. Mr. Stock is the Israel-Palestine Field Office Director. The floor is yours.
It's a great honor to be here tonight. I'd like to thank Leon and Silly for the invitation. President Carter has asked me to represent him for the evening. Leon Charney has been a great friend to President Carter and the Carter Center for many years. Speaking as someone who analyzes the Israeli-Palestinian conflict for a living, I well know that there is little cause for optimism. The positions of the Israeli and Palestinian leadership are further apart than at any point in the last 20 years. Meanwhile, conditions on the ground in the West Bank and Gaza are impoverished and unstable, and conflict violence is all too common in Israel and Palestine. But it is these very circumstances that make the establishment of the Charney Resolution Center so important. The Charney Center will be a critical resource for the Eastern Mediterranean International School, as well as the wider community. But moreover, the establishment of this center is a tangible sign that there are still people working for peace despite the odds. So on behalf of President Jimmy Carter, please accept my warmest congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to first introduce myself. I'm Sheldon. I'm a first year. I'm from Canada, more specifically Quebec, just outside Montreal. And I would like to say on behalf of the students, because I'm sure Mr. Leon has heard so many of other people say thank you. But we're going to be the ones that are going to be learning in the facilities and studying in them and living in them. And we'd just like to say thank you for your great contribution. Thank you so much.
My name is Aliana Kinawi, and I'm president of Wachva Academic College. It was really great honor for me last summer where I met Leon. That was really great interview for me. And I met Celie as well. I would like to say a few words, and the words is about tomorrow players in this region. And tomorrow players, these young people. And for me as a Bedouin Arab Israeli, when I look at our region and I see some visions like this, by bringing people together, Palestinian and Israelis, this is the way we need to build a different future. In the last 4 years, I'm running a big project which also supported by USAID to bring Palestinian and Israelis together. And we came to the conclusion that there is a really what's so-called culture of fear, dividing people. But when people get together, they really eliminate and overcome lots of psychological barriers. And I think what you're doing here, sir, it's a great contribution to our region. I really salute you for that. Thank you very much.
So we would like to say thank you again to Mr. Charney for offering us this belief and this experience. We will cherish it, and we promise to go with everything you have given us forward for the better of this world. Thank you very much, and thank you all for being here.
I'm Carlos from Ecuador. I'm happy to be here because it's a new experience and happy to be able to learn so much about a country I knew nothing about before and about a situation.
Martina Husia, I'm from Albania. Yeah, I'm a second year here. And I'm so thankful and so glad that somebody sees who we are as a school and our mission and how really important it is and how beneficial to the world it is. It was the first time that we met Leon Charney, and absolute thrill, absolute privilege.
Nomi Gänse, Germany. It's a place for us where we can live, where we can study, where we can do even more than we already have done. It's something like just awesome. That's the important thing. We have to spread our mission. We have to spread the mission of peace.
I'm Ofir Hanan from Israel. I think it's really amazing. I saw his film, and the way that people with I thought they had no relation to one another suddenly join forces and for a common goal such as the Middle East, which is not an easy goal. I think it's very inspiring. It's something that I've always wanted to do, to just combine people and use them as forces for peace. Not politics, not economy, just people, communication. Thank you for everything that he's doing, for his braveness, for his curiosity to meet with other people and to listen, and not just to do what he thinks is right, but to also listen to other perspectives, because I think that's the most important thing, not to be ignorant to other people, but to let everyone in and to learn together from each other. So thank you to him. Amazing, thank you.
I'm Linda from Albania. We're an international school, and the community is really diverse and really accepting of everyone. And it's like a source of inspiration, and the environment is really, really warm. So it's really, really great to be here. Great opportunity to be part of Leon Charney Resolution Center.
I am Maria from Romania. It inspires me immensely, the things he did and how influential he really was in like the future of this world. He's no words. He's a big thing.
So I'm Aina from Barcelona. I think what he first did, I guess at the time it was so unpredictable that he actually succeeded. And through the movie, I think that's what has to give us hope. But I really admire the fact that he has a vision that it's not only through politicians that we're going to get to the solutions. And as Manuel said, I really think education comes first, and it's where we can build everything upon. Peace is really not the absence of war, or just a paper being signed between two people, but more a whole society.
Well, I thank you for coming. I hope you all will be with me